Nicole Joseph Cupid, CEO of Business Lifeline Limited, and I'm here to chat with you about 5 practical things you can do to prepare yourself for your business recovery. Tip number 1: what you should be doing at this time is re-evaluating your current business model. For many businesses, by default, you would have worked with what is called a brick and mortar model. So, you had a physical location from which you would have delivered your goods and services to your customers. But one of the things you may have learned through the current crisis is that you do not necessarily need to have a physical location in order to deliver your goods and services to your customers. So, in a scenario where your resources are limited, one of the things that you would want to reconsider is whether or not you can leverage technology in order to service your customers so that you can reduce your overhead costs. And in so doing, it means that you can increase your profit margin. Tip number 2: evaluate or re-evaluate your current financial position. If you are not effectively measuring your resources, then you cannot effectively manage those resources. So you must have a very clear overview of your current financial position. Now, some people may argue, man, my financial position is terrible at this point in time. And we can appreciate that. But not having a clear measure of how bad it is isn't in any way going to help you repair it. So now is the time where you really need to put pen to paper and ensure that you are properly documenting all of the expenditure that you have, all of the debts that you have outstanding, as well as your potential income streams, so that you can develop a meaningful plan in order to use your financial resources to the best of your ability that you can recover. Tip number 3: implement or improve your record keeping system. So, for many businesses, they often operate not with the most efficient record keeping system. And that's because many times entrepreneurs do not really hold themselves as accountable as they should, because essentially they are responsible for the business and they know, because they're so involved in the business, they know just about everything that's going on. So they tend not to always be as responsible with the record keeping. However, good record keeping is your best friend during a time of crisis, because it means that you have to know how to navigate around the limited resources that you have. So you must know what is needed, when it's needed, where it's going, in order for you to be able to manage it well. So, good financial records and good records as it relates to your customers, your inventory, your daily operations, all of these things are essential in order for you to be able to make a meaningful recovery from your current position. You also want to develop, in the cases where you do not currently have one, or re-evaluate your current contingency plans. Now, again, one of the things that people may have learned coming out of the crisis is that the plans that they had in place weren't adequate. So, very often we get very comfortable because we've never really had to use our contingency plans, they were never necessary. So, we put them in place, and sometimes we never go back to reevaluate whether they needed changing, amending, updating, until there's a crisis, and then discover, shucks, they weren't quite as efficient as you would have needed them to be. So now is the time for you to take a closer look at these things and start putting appropriate measures in place so when you start moving forward. And finally, you want to identify new potential opportunities. Indeed, in every single crisis, there are new opportunities. So you may have discovered that there's a potentially new income stream that you can leverage going forward. So you may have to give up some of the things that you currently do, but it also means that there are opportunities for you to replace them with new things. So don't be bogged down by the negativity. In every crisis, remember there's an opportunity for you to develop new income streams. As an entrepreneur, your unique ability is to identify opportunities and to take the risk to satisfy these opportunities. And as such, in these circumstances, now is the time for you to really demonstrate your inner skill as an entrepreneur by finding meaningful solutions to the new market conditions. I trust that these tips have been useful to you, and do feel free to follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Check us out at www.businesslifelinett.com, or you can always reach out to us at 868-235-4255. Have a lovely day from Business Lifeline Limited.